Initially, I chose Adelante based on location. Where I lived at previously, Adelante was right across the street from my home. But once I established myself as a patient and developed the rapport with the providers, I decided to just stay with Adelante. I have an autoimmune disease called CIDP, which is chronic idiopathic demyelination polyneuropathy. It's a mouthful. What it does, my body is attacking itself. The fascia that protects my nerve endings is being peeled off like a banana peel. So nerve pain is some of the most excruciating pain. And initially, when it first impacted me, I couldn't walk. I could barely talk. I had to relearn how to do everything all over again. When I was first diagnosed, I was working for Fortune 500s. I had a staff of 25. Now, I don't work. I am still 100% disabled. I have improved greatly in my function and my abilities, and I'm working every day to get back to 100%. The initial feeling that I had was, I thought my life was over. I didn't know how I, as a leader, could go to being the patient. I'd never envisioned that for myself. And I had to learn how to cope. I had to learn how to do everything all over again. I had to learn how to cook again. I had to learn how to use my phone again. I had to learn how to talk. I had to learn how to walk. I had to learn how to write again, starting all of that over from scratch. And it was a tough battle, and one I still face every day. The biggest role that Adelante played in my diagnoses and my recovery was the facilitator.
As an integrated care coordinator with Adelante Healthcare, we focus on addressing social determinants of health. So we look at more than what's going on inside of your body, but what's also affecting your daily life. So this could be any barrier that you have to accessing care, whether it's transportation, access to food resources, or just general medical barriers. We kind of provide patients with resources to community assistance programs and kind of help remove that barrier.
You know, as a primary care provider, they drive all my referrals, all my authorizations, my prescriptions, and with an autoimmune disease, and subsequently me ended up in a nursing home and a rehab hospital before I could come home. I started speaking to the licensed clinical social worker just to adapt to my new normal and learn how to live just moment to moment, not even day to day, but to live moment to moment and then focus on day to day, week to week, month to month. Then I could even look out year to year. And it started just with that, just that first step, adapting to that new normal, and of course managing all of these different medications and the different providers that I had to see along the way as well.
Being a facilitator of someone's care at Adelante means being a bridge or a connector for them. So in Aisha's case, she was faced with so many challenges after being diagnosed with CIDP. She worked with our integrated care team to identify any barriers to care, collaborate with them to find solutions, and receive mental health support along the way.
My feelings are completely night and day different. Now I have such a bright outlook on life, and not looking at the things I can no longer do is, if I see an obstacle in my way, my question to myself is, what steps do I need to take to overcome this obstacle? Not, woe is me, there's an obstacle in my way. I look at what steps do I need and who do I need on my team to help me overcome that obstacle? The one word I would use to describe is holistic. It wasn't just my physical health. It wasn't just my emotional health. It wasn't just nutrition. It was all of it combined, and I got it in one place.
At Adelante, we know that staying healthy doesn't just happen during a visit with their doctor. We want to make sure that we're looking at a patient holistically or as a whole. So if they have any barriers to care, if they need help finding a low-cost medication or any barrier in the community, we can help connect them and remove that barrier from them.
So this is my honey. That's Jason. And Jason is in stage 5 renal failure. He is another big reason why I'm so focused on my health. He's on the transplant list and we're looking for a match. And In order to facilitate his recovery, I need to focus on mine. I need to make sure that I'm in good health so I can keep him in good health. You know, it's been 32 years. I'd like another 32.